What's up, YouTube? I'm Darian, the bow tie fragrance guy, and I love looking good and I love to smell amazing. I'm very excited to bring you guys this list today, which is going to be my top 10 niche fragrances that your boy is going to be wearing for this upcoming fall season. I'm so excited about this list because the fragrances on this list are fragrances that I absolutely adore. When I think about my list over the years, from what I can remember, this is one is going to be one of my most loved lists that I've ever compiled. So if you want to know what's on this list for, again, my top 10 fall fragrances on the niche side of things, you already know how we do. Keep it locked right here. Okay guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in with me. Let's go ahead and jump right into the list, starting with number 10. The number 10 fragrance this year is coming from the house of Bond number 9, and this is Bond number 9 Manhattan. Bond number 9 Manhattan. This fragrance to me is a fragrance that doesn't get enough love in the community. It's a beautiful fragrance. It opens up with this with a spicy, and it's almost like kind of a dry, kind of ashy type accord. But once it gets past the opening and that kind of dark, resinous, ashy vibe kind of subsides, it turns into such a beautiful fragrance featuring notes like peach, gingerbread, and vanilla. Kind of turns into a kind of spicy gourmand fragrance. I think that the spiciness comes from the nutmeg in the opening, but again, when you combine that with the gourmand elements in this, again, the peach, the gingerbread, and vanilla, a beauty. If you haven't got your nose on this one, this is one I would highly recommend that you try. Great for the fall season. This is Bond number 9's Manhattan. The number 9 fragrance this year comes from the house of Amazing Francis Kirkjohn, and this is Grand Soir. Grand Soir, of course, a fragrance that I'm sure you've heard about, but again, the fall season is when I really love to wear Grand Soir. It features notes of labdanum, amber, vanilla, tonka bean, and the star player in this, of course, is the amber. This is, I've said it before and I say it again, one of the best amber fragrances I've ever put my nose on. It's so warm, rich, creamy, and inviting, and that's what I love about this one. It has a kind of mature vibe to it, but again, for the fall season, this is a staple of mine. So number 9 from the house of Amazing Francis Kirkjohn is Grand Soir. The number 8 fragrance this year comes from the house of Creed, and this is Royal Oud. Royal Oud. Now, of course, you know Royal Oud, since it's done by Creed, doesn't have a lot of oud in it, but that's okay. It's really about the spicy notes in this, and the cedar wood, and there's kind of a creamy sandalwood in here that kind of brings everything together. So it's spicy, it's woody, and it's very, very smooth, and that's why I love this one. This is one of the ones that I like to wear when I'm going somewhere where I have to be dressed up, shirt and tie. This stuff sets that kind of attire completely off and pulls it all together. So my number 8 fall niche fragrance from the house of Creed is Royal Oud. The number 7 fragrance this year comes from the house of Tom Ford, and I'm talking about Oud Wood. All right, so in the comment sections, don't talk to me about whether this is niche or designer. I already know the debate. I already know that some people put it niche, some people put it designer. It is technically probably a designer fragrance, but a lot of people put it in the niche for reasons that we already know. Won't get into that. A number 7 fragrance from the house of Tom Ford is Oud Wood. Don't have to talk a lot about this one. I've said it before and I said it again. It's absolutely one of my favorite fragrances in my entire collection. This is my date night fragrance. One of my date night fragrances that I really like to reach for in the fall season. So the number 7 fragrance from the house of Tom Ford is Oud Wood. The number 6 fragrance on my fall niche list comes from the house of Xerjoff, and I'm talking about the classic Nexus. Nexus. This is a great fragrance, of course, for the fall season. Nexus opens up with a citrus opening, but it's calmed down with a beautiful lavender note in this fragrance. A lot of people compare it to Pure Havana, but they're not that similar to me, quite honestly, because of that lavender. That lavender kind of calms this fragrance down, smooths it out, a lot smoother than what you get with Pure Havana, although I do love that fragrance for what it is. But the star players in this, of course, is that cinnamon, honey, and tobacco. So you got kind of this calming, kind of citrusy opening, like I said, with the lavender, but it's really blended well to perfection with this, with the honey, the tobacco, and the cinnamon. Awesome fragrance at this time of year. My number 6 fragrance from the house of Georgov. This is Nexus. The number 5 fragrance on my list this year comes from the house of by Killian, and this fragrance is Intoxicated. Intoxicated. This is a beautiful coffee fragrance, and a lot of people compare this to Mugler's Amen. But this fragrance is so much different because it took everything that I didn't like about the original Amen fragrance and it smooths it out. It took out that kind of harsh tar opening, and that's one of the things that I didn't like about that fragrance when I first smelled it. It took me a while to actually come around to purchasing a full bottle of it. I love it and respect it for what it is and what it has been to the fragrance community. But if you want to compare this to that fragrance, this is superior in my humble opinion. The ingredients used in this, again, a beautiful coffee note. It took out everything I didn't like about the Amen fragrance, the harshness, the tar note, and they blended it into this bottle. Just, again, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous coffee fragrance. Good for the fall season. That's why I made the list at number 5. This is Killian's Intoxicated. The number 4 fragrance on my fall list comes from the house of Parfums de Marly, which is becoming one of my favorites from the house, and I'm talking about Carlisle. Carlisle. Carlisle to me, if you're like me and you like gourmand fragrances, you like things like Tom Ford's Noir Extreme, if you like Leighton from this house, if you like Herrick, this fragrance is going to put you in the mindset of all those fragrances. I think if you really combine all those fragrances, which are 3 fragrances that I adore, you kind of get Carlisle. It has a beautiful kind of spicy sweetness. Again, got some gourmand qualities to it. It got some cardamom in here. Just an absolute beautiful fragrance to wear in the fall season. I like those sweet, of course, more darker resonance fragrances to wear in the fall season. And that's why I love Carlisle so much. It's just a great one. Again, the sweetness of it, the darker qualities to it, makes it just a joy for me to wear. I look forward to wearing this in this upcoming fall. That's why it made the list at number 4 from the house of Parfums de Marly. This is Carlisle. Number 3 fragrance on my list this year comes from the house of Nexus, and this is Fan Your Flames. Talk about a sensual, sexy, seductive fragrance. This right here is what that is in a bottle. I love this stuff. It has just a beautiful rum and kind of coconut boozy accord with this. Those are really what this fragrance to me is all about, the rum and the coconut. If you never put your nose on it, guys, please, 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 please do yourself a favor. Put your nose on Fan Your Flames from the house of Nexus. I have a feeling if you have this one in your collection, things could get hot in the fall season. Number 3, Nexus, Fan Your Flames. The number 2 fragrance this year comes from the house of Carlisle, Barcelona, and this is Borde. Some of the featured notes in this are honey, vanilla, and sandalwood. This is a gourmand lover's dream, and of course, if you don't know that by now, I'm a gourmand lover. Oh my God, I think what I mainly get from this is the honey and the vanilla. So it's very, very sweet, again, very gourmand. And when the weather gets cold outside, gourmand fragrances really, really flourish. I equate this a lot of times to the fall to being cool, not cold. Where I'm geographically located. Again, these sweeter type fragrances just tend to really, really work well on my skin during that time of year. And so this one is going to get a lot of wear for me this upcoming fall season. That's why it comes in at number 2 from the house of Carlisle, Barcelona. This is Borde. The number 1 fragrance on my niche fall list this year comes from the house of Georgov. If you look up masterpiece in the dictionary, I'm sure you will see a picture of this fragrance. This fragrance is Casa Marathi 1888. Casa Marathi 1888. I think for me personally, this is everything that I would ever want in a fragrance. It's floral because it features a beautiful kind of, I would say kind of a creamy, somehow carnation note in this particular fragrance. It has carnation, it has a little bit of spices in it. It has a little resinous quality to it as well. They have birch in this. It has a beautiful, warm amber note. I've heard people describe this fragrance as having kind of a root beer or gingerbread type of accord. I can definitely understand that. But again, just pretty much anything that you would ever want in a fall fragrance, you'll find it in this bottle. It has great performance. It smells great. It lasts 8+ hours on my skin. So this fragrance, of course, for me really takes me on that olfactory journey from opening to close. I mean, guys, I could go on about it, but if you have never put your nose on it, please get your nose on this one. My #1 fragrance for the fall season this year on the niche side is going to be Casa Marathi 1888. Okay, guys, that's my time. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my top 10 fall niche fragrances I'll be wearing this year. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're right here with me. And of course, I sincerely appreciate that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. I want you guys to do that because you already know what it is. I'm the bow-tie fragrance guy. I love to look good, and I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better, because I'll catch you on the flip side.